Is this thing over yet?
Big shout to DMC, man.
Big shout out, yes. Run DMC Rock Box. I texted Sherrod Small. I said, hey, man, you want to do a little radio on Friday? And he said, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Jimmy's out there in Denver. And I said, well, come on in, Sherrod. We'll have a good time. And I told you to pick a song. That's what I'm getting at here.
And I said, which song would give Opie a migraine in the morning?
No. I actually like Run DMC. I'm just fucking around. Rock Box. Wasn't that Patrice's favorite song or something?
That's right.
Why was that his favorite song?
It was just so hardcore. I mean, that video and that song when it came out in the 80s was the hardest thing on MTV.
Right.
The hardest thing. That young white boy in the video, remember that young kid?
I don't remember the video, to be honest with you. I probably should have watched it before we had this conversation.
Well, it was Run DMC, two large black men rapping to a little boy.
Oh, okay.
Little white boy is good.
Yeah, I was all in, as I like to say from time to time, with Run DMC. That was like a white kid could listen to Run DMC.
Yes.
And then they acknowledged that by getting Aerosmith and putting it all together.
They yammed it all together and brought us all together. And that's why I'm here today.
Well, there you go. It started with Run DMC and Aerosmith back in the day.
It ends with O and J.
Yeah. Jay in Staten Island, sure. Why don't we give you a little airtime there, Jay? What's up?
Oh, I just want to say thank you this morning. Just an awesome song. Thank you, Sherrod, for requesting it. It's just when I first heard that song, I was a white guy in the projects in Stapleton, Shaolin, hearing that song in the 80s, and that just turned my head.
Now what are you, a Latino guy living in a village?
No, now I'm still a white guy in Staten Island, but still hanging there.
It's a great song.
And everybody else.
It's a great song.
A white kid in the hood, though. My God.
Are you teaching wayward kids?
My God, man.
It was very good growing up that way. I tell you, it
How many times did the cops wrestle you to the ground because they thought you were in the hood buying crack?
Yeah.
See, it works both ways, Sherrod.
It does.
You know what's funny is they used to do the lineups and they would say go out, leave. I'm like, leave. What? I'm with them. Yeah.
Oh, they would take you. They would arrest your black friends and let you go.
Yeah, they would. I'd go up like in the elevator room. There used to be the white wall outside, and they'd line everybody up, and they go, well, "You get out of here." I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm with these guys."
And they said, "Scram."
It's wonderful to be white. Oh my God.
It's a poor man's vacation being white.
It's wonderful. They line everyone up and just tell the white kids to leave immediately. That is amazing.
They actually gave him extra $20. He's like, "Get out of here, kid.
Go get a Big Mac. We know you're clean." Oh God, I love this color. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love this color.
You should. Why wouldn't you? It's a tax shelter.
You can't possibly be up to anything bad.
Are these boys messing with you, son?
Yeah, exactly. Are you okay? Pull them aside. You're all right? They didn't kidnap you or anything, did they? Yesterday's show with Ricky Gervais was so much freaking fun.
Ricky's always fun, man. That dude's insane.
And he is insane. I'll tell you why. Because he loves doing this radio show. That's what makes him insane.
He really does. Is it like what's the deal with radio shows in England? Are they not?
I don't know. I think.
Do they suck? Who's the number one guy over there? Like, what's the number one show in London?
Sadly, I couldn't tell you. And I was asking Ricky off air if they're fucking around with regular radio in England, and they're fucking around with radio in England as well. So can't say the same shit you used to be able to say on radio.
Oh, that's what it is. So you like the freedom of...
He loves the freedom in this place, yes. But he's too big of a star to be doing this show on a regular basis.
He definitely is.
Or maybe finally we're up in our game. I don't know.
Maybe it's a little bit of both.
Maybe I should start thinking that. Maybe we've upped our game.
You're right.
A guy like Ricky Gervais, of course, would want to do this show.
Yes.
4 or 5 times a year.
He says risque things on the Golden Globes and whatnot.
Yes.
Not like, I guess he just attacks people in the room.
Yeah.
All right.
He enjoys... He enjoyed the hell out of Rich Voss and his nonsense yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he did.
By the end of the show, he got Rich Voss perfectly.
He freaking him out.
Because at first, he's like, what are you guys doing to this poor guy? By the end, he was right in there, throwing punches.
He knew at the end that Voss was a piece of shit.
Yeah. And he did say that this was his favorite radio show. You heard that, Sam, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
I don't blame him.
And he does know your name. I noticed that after the interview.
Of course he knows my name.
He went right up to you and said, hey, Sam, thanks. Good to see you.
Well,
now bring the car around.
And then Bernard Kirk was unbelievable.
Yes, y'all in here hugging on him and loving up to him.
I really didn't see you outside the studio. I would have loved that confrontation. You would have got right in there and scrapped.
Yes. What's up with that 9/11 apartment you gave your jump off, dummy?
He had a jump off in a 9/11 apartment?
Yes, right downtown. Down there smashing it, then going home to his wife.
You got to respect that.
Allegedly.
You got to respect that, right?
According
right
to reports. Yeah, you got to respect that. That's the part that I like. But talk about it. Don't avoid it and tell me how to, what's wrong with the prison system. You're what's wrong with the prison system. Motherfucker.
He was a pretty good guest.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I definitely liked having him on, and we'll have him again.
I would definitely like to have a beer with him and talk. Have a beer summit.
A beer summit? We could have the beer summit right here.
Yeah.
You want to talk about race wars?
Yeah.
You should get him on for race wars. He would probably do it.
Would he?
I think so. He really wants to promote that book. No, Sam, you don't believe that?
I don't know. He enjoyed being in here and saying, like, anybody could be going to jail. We all have something, and everybody in the room going, yup, you're right, you're right.
You're right.
He liked that.
Because we all know our shit. That wasn't us kissing his ass. We're all thinking, well, what the fuck do you know?
You won't go to jail. No, you won't.
Your taxes.
No, you won't. Making a tax mistake is different from committing fraud against the government.
Yeah.
All right.
He did that on purpose.
So me squeezing a little pocket money, I'm all right?
They good with that.
All right.
That's not bringing the country down.
I'm just squeezing a little, folks. A little pocket money.
Just a taste.
A little taste in an envelope every once in a while, and maybe a free fucking juice. I didn't take Dr. Ian Smith's blender home, so I'm good there, because I'm sure the IRS would want to know how much that costs and why I'm not paying taxes on it.
Well, Dr. Ian Smith got you a blender?
Yeah. Where are those blenders?
I don't know where they are. I think Roland took them all.
Really?
You're allowed to get a blender. You just can't get employees and not pay taxes on them. You know what I mean? That's what Bernard Carrick was saying.
Right.
He had employees
Right.
that he was just not...
Was it like a foreign maid, like one of those situations?
Yeah.
And he had an au pair.
And an au pair, yeah.
What do you do with the maids?
Gave him $2 a week. Tell him no eyeballing.
No eyeballing. Yeah.
$2 a week Filipino lady.
You might
right?
You might notice a few things I'm doing here.
You look the other way.
But, the little English you know, you make believe you don't know any English.
Remember with the movie Winter Soldier when that maid came back in the house? He was like, I wish she didn't come back. And he had to shoot her.
No, I do not know that.
That was great.
I do now. I do know it now. Mike Bocchetti's coming in here today.
Yeah, it's his birthday, so he has to come in and bring himself a cake.
He's bringing his own cake?
Saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, he texted and said, hey, Friday's my birthday. Is it okay if I come in studio and bring a cake? I guess so.
My God, how old is he?
Right.
It's the saddest shit ever.
Yeah, he's a man of a certain age at this point, I think.
I'm just going to guess and say he's not married.
Yeah, he's still a bachelor.
Okay. No girlfriend?
Not at the moment, not at the moment, in between.
He's working on it.
Well, why can't we hook him up? Why can't we do some type of contest and get some girls in here to date Bocchetti?
He's a charmer. Probably wouldn't be too difficult.
That's another way of saying he's, rape heavy.
When is he going to arrive?
Probably at any moment.
All right,
he's not afraid to get here early.
We'll let him sit for a while. He's more of an 8:30 type of guy.
Yeah.
Got to organize this shit properly. People say, well, why didn't you see Sherrod outside the studio? Did he blend in with the black curtains? No. we had the curtains closed. Sometimes we close the curtains for these big interviews, so we're not distracted. We were giving Bernard Carrick a little respect.
Yeah.
A little respect.
Too much respect.
Sherrod was disgusted right after the interview.
I don't know. I think it's...
It could happen to anybody. Anybody could defraud the government.
You're absolutely right on that one, sir.
It's not right to profile famous people for taxes, but we can profile Negroes. Stop it.
He gave me a little, as the kids say today, a little shade, Sam.
Is that right?
I got a little shade from Bernard Carrick yesterday.
Is it? Okay.
Am I using that properly? He threw me a little shade.
I think so.
Because he worked for the king over there in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So I asked him if he got a little taste, if the king gave him a little taste.
Oh, you mean like a little...
And his neck snapped and looked right at me, and he gave me a little shade.
Oh, okay.
And then he moved on quickly.
And you let him move on too, didn't you? You gave him a way out.
Well, that look, I think a lot of perps saw that look over the years, and it's not a good one.
He's a bully. He's a black belt bully.
Is he a black belt?
Yeah,
he said it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
You was too busy hugging him. You're so strong.
I didn't hear that he was a black belt. Fuck. But I don't know. I would assume if you're working for the king and he's got that harem around, they all have harems, right?
Oh yeah.
Then you get a taste.
Definitely.
I
You
think
know, the king is good friends with Russell
Peters. Yeah, he's told the stories over the years.
Yeah.
I think you get a taste if you're in that position.
Definitely.
Yeah,
right?
Who Kid's gone down there and hung out with the royalty in like Bahrain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He gets whatever he wants. Women, whatever.
Yeah.
Children.
Whatever he wants. It's up to him.
Blind children.
Maybe we could get the Who Kid in here today, too.
He's not around.
He's traveling again.
Yeah.
Oh, his Instagram is just amazing.
It's the sickest.
And then one time he just put breakfast, like just sausage and I was like, no boobs and ass.
Right.
This is different, but all right.
He was taking a break.
He took a little break.
He needed to digest a little bit.
It's just asses smashed together.
It's amazing, those pictures. If you're not following Who Kid on Instagram, you're nuts. What is it? DJ Who Kid on Instagram or
Just Who Kid?
Just
Who Kid? He's another one of those guys that didn't get his name on everything.
No, he had it, but then he started tweeting Instagramming too many nipples and vaginas.
Oh, they
so he lost it. So he had to get a new one.
Oh.
Instagram is trying to be this stupid artsy app, and everyone has moved on from it being an artsy app. At first, it was everyone was using their fucking filters and stuff.
Right.
Now it's just a dumb picture site.
Yeah.
So stop taking yourselves so seriously. They don't like what?
Nudity.
Topless broads
Yeah. Chelsea Handler has been
pushing it.
front of the line, battling back against that.
But you know, the market will fix itself. Somebody's going to come out with a new Instagram where the rules ain't no rules.
Right.
It's going to be like Grease and Kanicki. White reference. That's my first white reference today.
E-Rock's saying it's because of Facebook. Why?
Yeah, it's Facebook's rules.
Facebook?
Facebook bought Instagram, and you have to follow Facebook's agreement, and they don't allow nudity or any of that kind of stuff.
I can't wait for Facebook to go away.
Do you hate it?
Yeah, it sucks. I think it just sucks. The design of the whole thing is bad. You think after a few years they would figure it out, make it look cooler.
Right.
A few years, like a decade.
Yeah, absolutely, Sam. But I'm saying in the last few years at least, maybe you give them 5 years of, look, here's our thing, but now you got to pump it up and make it look cooler.
Yeah.
And feel cooler. I don't know a lot of people that actually use it.
I know.
They'd rather jump on their Twitter and their Instagram.
I know people who love Facebook hate Twitter.
Yeah.
Usually.
Really?
Yeah. Like Kurt Metzger.
Kurt Metzger is all about Facebook.
He's all about Facebook. That's his village.
He has a lot to say.
Does he ever? He's a ranting lunatic.
We got to get him in here. There's no reason why he hasn't been in here.
Definitely.
All right, he knows that, right?
But he's been working on Amy's show too, so they've
Okay.
been doing that on mornings and
Well,
shit.
tell him I said hi. There's no reason why we haven't had him on.
Definitely.
But I mean, it's not like you guys are like twins where you got to take both guys every time.
No.
You know?
No.
I over the years, I liked being an individual when it was me and Anthony, and I was asked to do something as an individual.
Yeah.
I'm sure you appreciate that, and then you also got your thing with Kurt.
I'm the Justin Timberlake in me and Kurt's relationship.
Really?
And he's Joey Fat One.
Oh.
And then I did it.
It's not even a close one.
Yeah, that's a little sad. A little sad. So,
What are we give him JC?
What are we gonna do today besides make fun of Mike Bocchetti?
There's lots of people to make fun of.
Like
Bunch.
who?
Dennis Falcone's already here. We can make fun of him.
Why is he here already?
I don't know. He'll be here for 12 hours, though.
What?
You know, this is a perfect time to have him on the show because Jimmy despises him. I mean, Jimmy makes believe he doesn't, but I think Jimmy despises him.
In a real way, he does.
I mean, it's not fair to say that because Jimmy's not here. He should speak for himself.
Wait, who's this dude?
Well, maybe he doesn't despise him. He certainly likes Dennis on the show in very small doses.
Well, I don't even
Very small. I mean, the tiniest of doses. Like the last 2 minutes of a radio show before we go away for the weekend. That's when he'll go, all right, bring Dennis in. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jim can't stand him. He can't stand the sight of him.
I like this dude already. He's pissing off Jimmy just by his existence.
Just his presence. Just his presence is upsetting for Jim Norton.
So this is a perfect time to have him on because I just adore the hell of the guy.
You love him.
I love him.
He walked in this morning with all the lights off on the hallways. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Turns everything on and yells like, "Good morning, everybody! Happy Friday!"
Yeah.
And we're like, you have to be the guy. It's a holiday. Nobody wants to be here.
Most people, I think a lot of people have off. It's Good
it's-
Friday, right?
and
Yeah, it's
Passover.
Good Friday.
Passover.
And he just can't wait to get out of that house of his. What's going on? Does he live in a house of horrors?
Yeah, this is the
I think he lives in a house of horrors, and this is his Safeway house.
Really?
Yes.
You know things are bad when this place is your one joy in life. Because there's just miserable people walking around here, except for one guy who just wants to get out of his house and be here for 15 hours a day.
He's here 15 hours a day. Like, there's no reason for him to be here at 7 in the morning on a Friday.
Well, is he married?
Yeah.
There's your reason.
He's waving outside the studio.
Oh, there he is. Yes.
People get confused out there because I take some heavy, shots at him. I do like the guy.
He took some heavy shots at the guy who was trying to hypnonize him.
Yeah. With his bad breath.
With his bad breath.
Dennis Falcone, I want to say you're lucky that Jim Norton is not here today.
I'm going to sit in his seat.
Yes, rub your ass all in it.
By the way, Jim Norton, there's a lot of people that listen to us in Denver. Jim Norton's in your fucking city.
That's right.
Go see him at the Comedy Works.
Comedy Works, Denver, yeah.
Did he have shows last night, or does it start tonight?
I think he might have done something last night. I know he's doing a lot of tweeting from Denver last night.
Was he really?
Yeah, because it's cold and rainy there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he made a poor choice in timing.
He's not happy about that, is he?
No, certainly
the
not.
sniffles. He's going to get the sniffles, little Jimmy.
I hope not.
Oh.
I hinted that they, bring back some dark chocolate with almonds for me from Denver.
Oh, the edibles? Yeah.
I'm very curious about those edibles.
They're great.
Very curious.
They're good stuff.
How many squares do you eat if you just happen to come?
Well, if you're a new jack on it, I'd say one
little square?
Yeah, that's
tops, right?
Yeah.
But what if the chocolate is so delicious?
Then go for two.
Yeah.
But that, if you when digesting it is a whole different ball game from smoking it.
Why?
Because your body just reacts differently to it.
It's just pure.
It's more of a heady high.
Does it take longer?
Sometimes, but not really.
Not really.
No. They'll hit you.
I'm obsessing about marijuana lately.
Good. Welcome to the team.
But I'm not doing marijuana.
Even better. Don't smoke my shit.
How stupid? How stupid is that? Obsessing but not doing.
Try something.
Yeah, why don't you smoke some weed then?
I feel like it might just chill me out a little bit. I feel like I need to chill out even more. I've been able to chill out the last few years, but I think this will be the final thing that really gets me in a good spot.
The fact that you're spending time like really debating, I want to smoke weed, but I don't really want to, but means you should just smoke some weed.
Have you ever smoked in your life?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then I took 20 years off.
Oh, that was different shit now, brother.
And then Rogan was like, come on. When I did his podcast, so I said, "All right."
And you smoked it with him.
People have heard the story; they're sick of hearing it. But Rogan.
On air.
Yeah, a little bit.
How was it? Did you?
It was perfect.
Okay.
It was perfect. It was nice, and then then there was 2 concerts since then. That's it.
Okay.
But I'm obsessing about it.
You should do it. It would definitely level you out.
Yeah. Dennis Falcone.
Good
you
morning.
Smoke pot, right, Dennis?
No, I don't.
Oh,
why not?
I don't know.
Did you ever smoke pot?
Once in college, I tried a couple of puffs.
And what happened?
And I think it was anything great. I'd rather have a nice Miller High Life.
What are you, a Charlie's Angel?
I just like to have a cold beer.
What? I mean,
Miller's High Life.
That is such a boring beer. Like I finally got away from. I was a wine snob for a few years there.
Yeah.
I got into wine, and then one day I woke up and I said, I fucking hate wine. What am I doing? Even the good glasses of wine. So then I went back to beer, and they have all these craft beers.
Don't like them. I don't like flavored beer. I don't like flavored beer or flavored
But they're
coffee.
doing some amazing things.
Okay, so you enjoy them. I'll enjoy my Miller High Life when I come to your barbecue.
That's
all.
a boring beer.
That is a real
I do. No, I do.
assistant principal beer.
I think
I like Sam Adams. Sam Adams is good beer.
I like Sam Adams until he fucking turned his back on me. So fuck him.
Wait, what happened with Sam Adams?
No, I actually like Jim Cook. What am I doing, Sam? What am I doing?
Oh, I thought you meant Samuel Adams.
I know. I knew the guy.
The
we were
revolutionary.
very
I thought he
close.
turned
The
his back
American
on you.
patriot.
He got it. He brought me and Anthony on vacation. Even we knew the guy.
Okay.
He gave us a nice free trip to Turks and Caicos.
On his longboat?
Yeah, and he spent a lot of money on this radio show, and we fucked him over. Like, I don't know,
Oh, really?
a couple times maybe. And then,
No pun intended.
and then we broadcasted from his brewery in the middle of the ghetto a couple times.
In Boston?
He's got a brewery in the middle of the ghetto.
Like where Patrice grew up?
I think so. Pretty big fences to keep people out. Very high fences. It's a beautiful facility, but it's like you're driving through a war zone, and then they open up the gates, and it's just like
It's like Pawtucket when
and then the gates close quickly behind you, so no riffraff follows the cars in. And it's amazing. He has a stage for like bands and everything over there.
Oh, that's great. That's a good life. This is making beer and.
He was the sponsor of our Sex for Sam thing back in the day, and he called me. I respect this. He called me personally to say, "Look, I can't be friends with you anymore."
Did he really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he said it nicer than that, but he basically said,
"Because I was wilding out."
He goes, "I know." He goes, "You know, I love you." This was the exact conversation. You know, I love you. I love you to death because we made him a lot of money over the years.
Right.
He goes, but you're going to notice that I might have to say a few things about you in the press to save my own ass.
Right.
He was in a meeting. He jumped out of this meeting to tell me because they were getting ready to try to save their asses over the whole Sex for Sam thing. Oh. Had a nice conversation. We had some good times, but I got to kind of do my thing.
Oh, man.
It was kind of sad because we had a really good relationship with the guy. I saw him walking down the street in Manhattan a few months back. No, it had to be maybe in the fall. I was in a cab, and I actually saw him just...
Was it like a rainy day? Like it was like...
Beautiful, sunny day, and he's walking with his new pals that he now loves.
He's a Ron and Fez.
His new pals. And I started rolling down the window. You don't roll down the window officially anymore, but I was getting the window down, and I was ready to yell out to him, give him a shot. And then I went, and I didn't.
And then you heard piano.
And then I saw him laughing with his new friend, and then they just walked into like, it looked like a hotel or something. It looked like they were in New York for some business.
Oh.
He
you
moved.
miss him.
Yeah, and then I think he changed his number too, so I can't.
Oh, shit. It's the worst breakup.
I think.
Holy shit.
Let me try to call him.
Man.
Right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
why not, man.
Do it.
Good thinking.
You miss your friend, man.
Exactly.
He might be off on Good Friday, being he's a CEO and everything.
But he still got his phone on him. He's got some slave boy holding a phone, some Filipino house boy.
He's not in my phone, man.
It's $2 a week. Ask Carrick.
Anybody can get cap into anybody.
Let me put Sam Adams in here. Wow, he's not in my phone anymore. Yeah, because I realized that that number wasn't working anymore, so I got rid of it. Oh, wait.
Now, how long has it been? Has it been
Years.
Wow?
Thank you for calling the Boston Beer Company. Normal business hours are 9 a.m.
Oh, it's just a fucking... It's the main number at the brewery. That's all I got left.
He knows you.
He transferred his fucking personal number to the main number.
If you know the person you're calling, say it now.
That sucks.
Try to make friends with Kid Rock. He's got his own brewery in Detroit.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. Badass beer.
Do you know what happened to Norman Greenbaum? You're
Spirit in the Sky, yeah, he had an automobile accident.
You
What
do
happened
know
to him?
this?
Yeah.
All right. We might have to play that today.
Spirit in the Sky.
He's in bad shape, right?
Yeah. Not doing too good.
I guess a motorcycle fucking slammed right into the car.
Yeah.
The driver, it wasn't Norman Greenbaum. He was in the passenger seat, but the driver took the left, I think, and without, I don't know what the fuck, and the motorcycle slammed into the car.
Into the passenger side where he was sitting?
Yeah, hurting the one-hit wonder.
Yes, it
who has
was.
made millions off one song over the years.
He also had there was also a cover version in the 80s. E-Rock
Fascinating, thanks.
E-Rock and I were talking about that one. Was it Doctor and the Medics? Yeah.
Why would you redo that song?
They did a good version of it. They did a good version of it.
I don't remember it. Do I know this one, E-Rock?
It's no rock box, but it's all
It's no
right.
rock box. Actually, Sherrod should pick a couple more songs today. That's what I think.
How about Party All the Time for Eddie Murphy? It's his birthday today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What should we get him? Ding-a-ling? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. He's only 54. Damn.
Nice.
That song was kind of catchy.
Yeah, Party All the Time. Good record.
It was catchy.
It was catchy. Rick James, I mean.
Party all the time, party all the time.
Oh, I love it. Party all the time, party all the time. What you do, Eddie? You can almost smell the cocaine, can't you?
Yeah.
And when you smell it, you're doing it.
If this song comes on at a house party, are people like laughing at the host, or they're like, yeah, right on, man?
No, everybody's celebrating.
They're into this still?
If you're a certain age, you like this. That takes me back to when my knees worked.
Right. He got friendly with Rick James, and Rick James helped him out with a hit.
Yes,
this was
a
hit.
And then Charlie Murphy gave us the behind-the-scenes story, which brought the whole thing to fucking...
together. We had Rick James on a long time ago.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. He was
when you were
great.
here, or?
NEW.
NEW.
I found that picture recently. I got to post that one. Yeah, I'll post that. I'll throw it
That's
up
when
on
he was
Instagram
between
today.
prison stints,
I don't know.
right?
I mean, it was... we probably around 2000.
Oh,
if
maybe
I had
when
to
he
guess,
first got out.
If I had to guess, yeah, probably. Yeah, we got him after his prison shit. So, Buffalo loves that guy.
Buffalo, he's the Buffalo Sun. He's
They
the
love
biggest
him.
thing to come out of Buffalo since Bobby Hurley.
He came out of the fruit streets.
Fruit Streets.
Yeah, they got fruit streets up there. That's where some of the ghetto is.
What do you mean fruit streets though? They
It's
named after
all-
oranges and pineapples and shit.
It's been many years, but it's a whole bunch of roads named after fruits.
Oh,
And a lot of the homies live in that area.
that's how they
and
did
I believe
it.
he came out of the fruit streets. I think that's what they used to call it up there.
Stay away from Strawberry Lane if you know.
White boys were not welcome.
Really?
No.
Buffalo's a rough little-
I drove through it when I was up there out of curiosity, just to check out, the neighborhood. Whatever.
Christian Laettner too, who we Buffalo.
He's going to be on in about a half hour. Christian Laettner, and he's a Buffalo dude.
I never knew that until I watched that documentary on 30 for 30.
I think that turned everyone around. Not everyone, but a lot of people.
I hated the wrong white dude.
A lot of people just have to hate Duke, but they really hated Christian Laettner because they thought he was a privileged kid coming from a lot of money, going to a very privileged university.
He was none
and it
of
turns
that.
out he was a working class. He comes from a working class family, and he got a full ride to Duke. They couldn't afford to send him to Duke,
Right.
And now he's back up in Buffalo.
Now he's back up in Buffalo.
being a working class guy in general.
It's unbelievable how much I didn't know about him, but hated his guts.
When they were in the Final Four a bunch of those years, I was living in Buffalo. I don't even think they said it then.
Really?
I don't remember ever hearing that he was from Buffalo until that 30 for 30.
That's disturbing to me.
He won 2, right?
He won
Final 4, I think all 4 years.
All 4 years Final Four.
And won 2 of them.
That's
That's a good run.
I mean, nobody had a better run in college.
Right. Who do you got on the games tomorrow?
I mean, is anybody going to beat Kentucky? I
think Wisconsin's going to give them a run for their money, for real.
Okay, because Wisconsin plays well, and they don't panic when they're down, so they stay in their game, and they know how to play, and they've got defense. So
The big, white, goofy kid could get the job done.
Yeah, what's his name?
He's a little goofy, but, man, he's got skills.
He is super goofy.
But
He looked like a mouth breather and a snorer.
yeah, I think Wisconsin could give Kentucky a run for their money. Sorry, Brett Barrett, my old friend who is a standout basketball player. I'll go. In the end, you got to go Kentucky, though. You gotta.
Yeah. So it's Duke and
How great would be
Michigan State though?
I know Michigan State's pretty. It would be great to see a Duke Kentucky final, though. That would be wonderful. That's like some old school shit right there.
Yes.
That would be wonderful.
If you think
see.
one coach can take down that team, it's got to be Krzyzewski.
Yeah, true. I'm going to go Kentucky and Duke, but I don't know. Wisconsin's going to be tough. And I see Roland is wearing his Badgers shirt today for high fives on the subway.
Of course he is.
You know the Roland high five on the subway thing?
No. What's that?
Whatever's hot, he gets that shirt immediately so he could get high fives on the subway. He couldn't name one player in Wisconsin. Neither can I. I just know that the white kid is goofy and tall and has a lot of skills. I forgot his name.
You're not wearing the shirt, though.
True.
Yeah. So he wears the shirt so he can get some love on the subway.
Whatever it was. Do you know some of the shirts over the years? He wears shirts where they're you know those shirts that are hot for like 2 days and then everyone's over it and they move on?
Right.
He buys those shirts.
He had 4 Linsanity shirts.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
He had Linsanity.
He shops like a
Tebow.
tourist.
Yeah, he had the Jets Tebow shirt.
Yeah, he went Tebow. What other shirts?
His shirts are passing fat.
He's got the Nets
That's
tracksuit.
hilarious.
The tracksuit.
Yeah, he went with the Nets track suit.
Frank Kaminsky, he's going to bring it home for the Badgers.
Frank
the Badgers.
Kaminsky. That's who it is.
44.
Is that his name? You stupid fucking Rangers come out of nowhere and have a better record than the Islanders. Go
Well,
fuck
the Islanders,
yourself.
if you want to turn the newspaper backwards, they'll be number one. Bitches.
The Rangers on fire.
They're El Fuego, as they say.
Islanders had a nice little fucking lead on those guys. Dennis knows. He's an Islanders fan.
Yeah.
We talk Islanders a bunch.
I think we peaked in January.
I don't know. That was a tough loss.
peaked in life.
What's the story
tough
with-
tie yesterday, I should say. Well, we lost in overtime, but we got a point. But
Should have had it. We would 3-1.
But Columbus is a very good team.
Yes, they are.
People don't realize that. They're not making the playoffs, but they're one of the best teams since, I think, Christmas in the whole league.
Rangers have the best road record, and they've won the most games on the road.
We're going to win it all, baby.
I don't know.
Bring the cup back to New York, and the Badgers are going to win. So,
Where's your Badgers shirt today? I know you wore it yesterday, I guess.
I wore my Badger yesterday, and I have my the championship T-shirts coming in hopefully tomorrow.
Do you go for T-shirt changes during the day? Because there's a lot of shirts to wear for high fives. You can mix it up.
I do. I live in downtown, so I just swap it out. We'll take a shower, then boom, Badgers.
What were some of the other shirts you bought over the years?
The Knicks, the tall Chinese guy from the Knicks.
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin Fever.
He's not that. He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't that tall.
He wasn't that
I guess
tall.
why Asian dude he is.
Yeah.
I got Jeremy Lin. Oh, Tebow. I had Tebow Fever.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
said
what?
that one.
Did you have a Rubik's Cube T-shirt too, dummy?
I have everything.
Did you get a Michael Sam T-shirt?
No, I left that one for Dennis.
He's saying you're gay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't have to explain it.
I didn't have to explain that one.
I caught it.
No, but I do love the Rangers. So
What championship T-shirts you have coming in?
I have the Wisconsin. It's called it says cut the net T-shirts coming.
So
in.
if they don't win, you send those straight to Haiti or Africa or somewhere?
Yes.
You put it on poor black people somewhere, you son of a bitch?
Well, the very, very kind people of Wisconsin PR department sent me the Cut the Net T-shirt, so I'll be wearing that one. I bleed Badger blue.
You're going to
or
look
Badger
stupid
red.
because
Red.
Kentucky's winning.
Kentucky cheated though because they said Notre Dame should have won the game because they counted the point when it didn't go in.
But how is that Kentucky cheating?
Because they're cheaters.
They weren't cheating
Yeah, it wasn't
officially.
Plus, they have Ashley Judd on their side.
Who wins it in the NBA this year? Are you an NBA fan? I'm just assuming because
I'm
you're
a
black.
sports
I'll be
fan.
honest with you.
Okay, yes. And yes, Opie, I love fried chicken. So
Yeah.
spot on for both.
I swear I want the Cavaliers.
What about, I think it's either going to be the
I want the
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
I think the Cavaliers or Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State has a really good team.
Golden
this
State
year.
has the best record in the league.
That would actually be a very good. That would be pretty cool for them if
That'd
they
be
won it all.
great.
Did they ever win it all? I think
No.
Way back in the day, they had some good runs though, right? I mean, we got to go way back.
I
a
just
few
got to go like
decades.
early 80s, 70s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Late 70s, maybe early 80s. They had a couple good runs.
I don't think they ever made it all the way, though. Or even to like the Western Conference.
Even with Rick Barry. Didn't Rick Barry play for Golden State?
That's from Back to the Future.
I don't.
If the Cavaliers could, keep it together without punching each other.
I think they're going to do it.
What's
They're much better than I thought they would be at this point in the season.
Right.
I thought they'll still be like trying to work it together. And this the foreign coach.
Well, the fucking trade they made with the Knicks was...
The Knicks.
What did we get out of that
We
trade?
got nothing.
I loved J.R. Smith.
Me too.
I loved him.
Yes,
He was
and
not
Shumpert.
the problem on the Knicks, and I loved him. He was underutilized with the Knicks. Now he's a fucking rock star up there in Cleveland.
We dated some of the same girls, me and Shumpert.
Really?
Yeah, we got some history that blends together.
Really? You've known him for a long time?
I know him for a long time. Yeah.
Is he a good guy?
He's a good guy. I've known the girls he dated more than I knew him.
Okay. You just kind of... I gotcha.
Yeah, it's a small town, New York City.
You would pass him off.
But this was years ago, yeah. This was when he was a younger dude.
High-fiving on the sidewalk outside some homes, huh?
That's right. I seen him 4 dumb haircuts ago.
Really? That is a dumb haircut. It's you got to be a man to pull that off.
If you
though.
got the haircut that I had when I was 14,
Right.
motherfucker.
And they all make the joke. I was watching the game yesterday because they were playing the Heat. I always find that game fascinating to watch the
Yeah.
Cavaliers and the Heat.
They blow him out this time.
Yeah, they did, and they have to say he's 6'6", but let's not forget he's 6'9" with that hair. And
they making
kinda
kid and
laugh
play
a little
jokes?
bit. They kind of laugh.
That's house party jokes.
Yeah. And what's the deal with what's his name and LeBron? They don't get along, right?
Oh, Love. That's what they're trying
Love.
to say, that Kevin Love and LeBron James don't get along. But I'm not buying it.
I'm buying it.
You buying it?
Oh yeah, I bet you Love moves on.
I don't think they're
bet you
best friends, but I don't
he
think they're
basically
enemies.
said that. He's like, we don't hang out.
Yeah.
We don't hang out, but we respect each other on the court. That's the best he could give them.
Kevin Love don't want to be around all that loud fucking hip hop nonsense in the locker room all day.
Why not? He's
older. He's not down for it.
You think he likes some white boy rock?
I mean, maybe he likes hip hop, but not as loud as LeBron and his monkey friends play.
Wow, monkey friends.
No, that's what their crew call themselves, monkey friends.
Do they really?
No.
Oh. Wow.
It's like Gorilla Unit.
I don't know. Dennis, what do we do for Easter? It's Good Friday. I should have done a Friday song, huh?
Yeah, I should have done that.
What song should we have started the show with?
How about Black Friday?
Why Steely Dan?
Yeah.
When Black
African-American
Friday comes.
That's right.
I know that one.
Sherrod.
Couldn't use Friday on my mind because it is Friday. Easy Beats, Australian group from the 1960s.
What about The Cure? Friday, I'm in Love.
It's a good tune. Yeah, we should do a medley of Friday tunes.
That wasn't a good tune. I actually liked
good record.
I actually liked a few songs by The Cure, and that was one of them I did not.
I like that song.
You like Friday, I'm in Love? Why?
I love this song.
Why?
It's a good song.
You used to ride your bike and listen to this or something, didn't you?
That's right. There's a basket on the front.
Little bell.
Yeah.
Ring, ring. The newspapers.
It's a feel-good song, though.
Makes me feel
It
good.
is.
You can't be mad if this is on the radio.
No.
I liked In Between Days by The Cure. That was my favorite. If you were asking. Oh, you weren't asking? Oh, sorry.
About you is Friday. I'm in love. Yeah.
E-Rock likes it too. Look what he's doing in there.
It's an awesome song. Friday. I'm in love.
Oh, I love this part.
Where they from? Australia?
Hey, I don't know.
England? Are they?
I thought England.
Fucking
Yeah.
England.
See, I love Oingo Boingo.
Boingo, boingo.
Oingo boingo. That takes me back. Ah.
You don't have to
I
play
can have fun too.
from your phone.
It's got that AM sound.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Can you play that into break for real?
In the boombox.
That's a good song.
How about Live It
Play
Up?
In Between Days by The Cure into break.
You know, it's a good Friday tune. Live It Up Friday night. Bell and James.
All right.
That's a good one. A little old school.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
You just know
What
how
about
to...
Friday night? I'm getting paid. Johnny Kemp.
Just got paid.
Just got paid.
Friday night.
Yes.
Good tune too.
He's a good
Who-
friend.
Who also did that? In Sync or Backstreet? Yeah.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Dennis really knows how to bring it down.
Put that in sync version on. E-Rock, look it up, buddy.
Oh, did they? Did they ruin it or no?
Friday night.
Oh. What's wrong with you white people doing that to music?
Friday night. And I just got paid.
Oh my good God Almighty! What?
You're an in sync guy?
Oh God!
Remix in here for the people.
That was so bad.
All right.
It's a dope song.
The music is great.
Right.
The tune is great.
Yeah.
The remix, not so much.
All right, turn that off. Roland is getting a beating on the phone here. Brian in Kentucky. What's up, Brian?
Hey, Roland's an idiot.
Oh.
Well, he's talking about the 2 points they counted for Kentucky. If he'll just do a search on YouTube, Kentucky Notre Dame replay, go to the 34-minute mark, it'll show them scoring, and then they take the points right back off like 5 seconds later. So
Oh, they took the points off.
Kentucky doesn't cheat.
Well, my
They don't win it all.
My bad.
And the cut the net shirts, that was for winning or getting into the Final Four. It's not the championship shirt. So.
All right.
Okay, now what do you think about those Ashley Judd tweets? Are you pro or anti?
Oh, very good question.
You're talking about during the Arkansas game?
Yeah, I mean, she said stuff first. She's called these the college kids cheaters.
Right.
So some of the fans came back at her. What do you think about it?
They took a couple
I think
hits.
you called them roughneck thugs, but I don't know. I mean,
All right.
say what you want on Twitter. I mean, just
Okay, now Winona Judd, would you hit? Would you smash that?
no.
Okay, you laughed twice, so I say maybe.
All right. Thank you, Brian.
All right.
Let me say hi to Kevin in New York. Kevin.
Hey guys,
Hey.
Hey, you hit it on the head on the one song, Steely Dan's The Black Friday, in honor of Fezzy since his last day on radio.
Well, I think we should probably play Celebrate. Good times, come on.
Cool.
How about that?
Yeah, or Crazy Train, one of the two.
Stupid Fez was taking shots at me yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that on Twitter. Somebody said something. I didn't, what was it? What happened?
Stupid Fez was taking shots at me out of everyone. The fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? Why wouldn't he?
What? The fuck? Like, I'm the only one that I was vocal about some things over the years. Everyone else was thinking it. It's braver to be vocal about things and then instead of sit there and just think it.
I concur.
No, yeah, nobody said you're certainly not a coward, but
and this dope was taking shots at me. Let me tell you something about Fez. I respect Ron and Fez. I respect what they did over the years. We certainly were friends. I was more friends with Ron. Fez, you know, people come across in your life.
Okay.
And he's one of those guys, he's a small talk guy. I look at him as a small talk guy. I never had a deep conversation with the guy, not a once.
Okay.
But I'll talk about the weather with you. I'll talk about the latest thing you're doing to yourself to get attention, like
Routes
shave
to
your
work.
head or grow your beard for 8 years or just grow a wacky mustache. I'll acknowledge that.
Okay.
If you're walking around in baby diapers for a radio bit, I'll go, wow, that's pretty crazy, Fez. What else? When he came in here as Hitler, I'm like, whoa, you're really going for it today. But I never had a deep relationship with the guy, so he doesn't know the first thing about me or my relationship with Anthony over the years. So he just said dopey, stupid shit yesterday, period. We got the audio?
yes.
I'll play it.
Uh-oh.
I only got some abusive tweets about this yesterday. See, Fez is calling you out and saying what everyone's thinking.
Whoa. White beef.
From people that don't know the first thing about me or my
That's how
relationship
people are.
with Anthony over the years. So
People swear they know everything.
They don't know
anything.
shit.
They don't know anything.
they don't know shit. Let's see.
When I listened to Opie today.
Oh, is this based on putting the laugh track on?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's probably...
right.
You were here for that.
That's
you were
right.
playing his retirement announcement.
Right.
And then playing clips that said, be more funny.
When he was crying.
When he was crying about
That's
retiring
right.
from
What are you
radio.
supposed to do with that?
After 30 years.
What were we supposed to do with that, for real? Ronnie had the official announcement with Fez, and it was very emotional for everybody.
Right. You gotta bring some levity to it.
So then we bring the audio to our show, so we're going to have a little fun with it. It doesn't mean that I have any bad will toward the guy.
It hurt his feelings.
I don't know the guy. I never knew the guy. We had small talk in the hall every once in a while.
You knew him enough to hurt him.
Never went out to dinner with him or had a drink with him. Nothing.
Right.
Then why hurt him?
So what? He's taking that personally?
Send him a gift, Opie. Send him a little flower basket or something.
When I listened to Opie today and heard him play my announcement from yesterday.
I didn't get a chance to hear that.
I'm glad you didn't.
Is Opie buying in or thinking it's a work?
Opie thinks it's real. Sherrod Small thinks it's a complete work. I think Jimmy was...
Do you?
I thought it was a work. I mean, I never can trust you sons of bitches on the radio.
You talking about white people?
Yes, white people.
I'm saying it's real, but am I in on this with Ron Bennington? Am I in on this? To help it along by saying it's real.
I don't think so.
You trust white people, Sam. That's your problem.
You're right. You're right.
That's your number one problem.
That is.
Because you grew up with a house full of them. You think they're on your side. They're not.
I need to subscribe to your newsletter.
Thank you.
I know exactly what this is about, but am I telling the truth by saying it's real?
Wait, what? See, now my mind is
Yeah,
blown.
you're right
See?
about this, Sherrod. You're right.
See, radio is a fucking weird world, brother. Oh, I know exactly what this is
You
about.
and Fez could be in cahoots with this. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to laugh over you crying.
Right. And then
you come back at me.
You cry some more.
Look, the only thing I'll say about Fez is, and this is my fault, because you got to take a little responsibility in things. I had no tolerance for Fez because I grew up with mental illness in my fucking family, and it took a lot of years to deal with that and get over it and go, oh, okay, I can finally fucking move on with my life. So I don't have time for people like this.
Okay.
I just don't anymore. And that's my fault, not his. Because I don't think you should blow off people that have mental illness.
No, it's a serious disease.
But I reached my quota. Let's just say. You know what I mean?
Oh, and so Fez was the last. He didn't make the boat.
He didn't make the boat. I'm sorry, Fez. I'm sorry about that. I've had some mentally ill people around me over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with. We all have. It's like it's in everybody's family.
Therapy, yoga, meditation, maybe some marijuana in the future. Get me over some shit.
So you had no room in your heart for Fez.
And I'm still working on it. Nah, I got a soft spot in my heart for Fez, but I can't deal with that shit.
I think he just took it personally because maybe you didn't reach out to him personally once you heard the news that he's leaving.
Well, it's a bit. Why would I?
So it is a bit.
What? In 2 weeks, when he comes back, then you'll realize it was a bit. So why would I reach out to the guy?
So he owes you an apology.
See, I know what's going on.
So confusing.
But did I just say it's a bit to really throw people off now?
Me too. Ronnie is leaving. That's my take on it.
Oh.
That's my take on it.
Look, man, it comes time to just take a break from this shit. Me and Anthony did 20 fun years.
Anthony and I.
Whatever, you fuck. But it was time to take a break. That's all.
Yeah.
It's time to take a break. Every radio show takes a break. There's no fucking partnerships right now.
That
Mike and the Mad Dog, gone. Don and Mike, gone. Ron and Fez, gone.
That's question mark.
Gone.
You're upsetting
Opie and
Sherrod.
Anthony, gone for now. I would say for now. You never know what the future holds. But
Sherrod thought he was building a relationship with you, and all you're doing is talking about how partnerships don't exist. You're upsetting him.
No, I believe. I know he's right. You got to get when the getting's good.
Kevin and Bean, still a partnership, but
they hate each other.
Hate each other to the point where one guy does the show from Seattle as the other guy's in L.A.
What?
And they don't want anyone to know that.
What?
They haven't been in the same studio. I think
15 years.
For 15 years, they've pretty much have been doing it from 2 different cities that are very far away. And every once in a while, I think they get together for like the weenie roast or something.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason they're still a partnership in radio.
Give
me another partnership that has lasted. E-Rock?
Bob and Tom?
Bob and Ray?
They're dead.
Okay.
I guess Bob and Tom. There you go. That's it.
Bob and Tom. How long they been together?
That's it. So Fez continued.
20 years?
So Fez had a problem because I threw a laugh track over his announcement. I guess he forgot how to do radio. Maybe that's one reason why he's taking a little break.
Maybe.
Or retiring. He forgot that in the end you could have a little fun with this stuff. Oh. Now, if Ron did it, that would be a whole different thing. But Ron played it the way it should have been played.
Right.
Showing respect. Oh, my God. Fez has a huge announcement. And everyone in the room was bummed out about it, of course.
Right.
And, we're bummed out that Ron and Fez are ending their... Or are they? Ending their show.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Anyway, this is what Fez had to say.
He thinks it's real. Sherrod Small thinks it's a complete work. I think Jimmy wasn't sure.
Come on, Jimmy, take a stand.
But as my tearful announcement was played, of course, one last chance to get a dig in at Fez. So there was a laugh track added to when I was crying. The Homer Simpson drop, be more funny. All of that happened today. So that didn't make me feel great.
Well, at least you got to experience it one more time.
Yeah. It's just that, I understand where it comes from. Opie doesn't know what it feels like to be sad about not working with a partner anymore. So I see where that comes
write a line
from.
this morning and go that long before you delivered it?
Yeah, he wrote that line and tried it on a few people.
Oh, definitely.
That's just stupid because Fez doesn't know the first thing about me in the end and my very complicated relationship with Anthony, period. And I was devastated when our show ended. Absolutely.
I know you were.
I was devastated, but I was also thinking, okay, it might be time to do something new and different. Yes.
Yeah.
But Fez, you wouldn't know that because we've never had a real conversation in our lives. So, of course, I was devastated.
One thing you said, and you always said it, even at the 20th celebration, you said when this ends, it's not going to be pretty. You've said that a couple of times about you and Anthony.
Yeah, but I don't think it's ugly.
No, but you know what the people do like? They like reunions. They like a reunion. They like people getting back together, right?
That's right. They like a second chance.
Like Fox, Mulder, and Scully, they're getting back together.
He's shopping for a gig. He wants to spin at the reunion.
Wait,
I actually
love that. You know that.
I got some ideas on that.
Nice.
So, look, man. I mean, I know me and Anthony were near the end, and then he gets fired, so it makes it look like I'm just moving on without him. But we were already starting to think that the end is near. He knows that.
Right.
He fucking knows that. He can manipulate this shit all he wants, but he knows that we were near the end.
Crazy.
Shots fired.
He recently said that I didn't do it. He thinks I didn't do everything that I could to keep his job. That's just not fucking true.
Right.
Period. I wasn't brave enough to just assume that the company was going to continue with me and Jimmy. Of course we try to keep him, because the Opie and Anthony brand has a lot of weight behind it.
Definitely.
And with the Opie and Anthony brand, then maybe you could go and do different things and keep it all together. One of the thoughts I had near the end there was, why don't we split the fucking show? That's what I started thinking. We were heading toward the end of our contract. We did 20 years. We did 20 great years, even though we barely talked when the mics were off. Didn't really have much of a friendship off air anymore. And I'm thinking, you know what? I think it's time to maybe start looking at maybe different things. So of course I try to fucking keep his job, because I didn't know if they were going to fire me or not in the end. I don't need to do this anymore, but I love doing this still, period. That's exactly what I want to say today. And then I was starting to think, you know what? I think the company might go for maybe splitting the fucking show. Ant does a show, I do a show, and then maybe we do a little something in the beginning to kind of keep that Opie and Anthony brand going.
Right.
But for people to think that I didn't fucking do everything I could to save Anthony, they're just fucking liars and want to just manipulate the hate and continue that bullshit. Because we were held to a contract at first, and then the company. They didn't even really talk to us. Ant gets fired. They basically held us to a contract because they didn't know what the fuck. They didn't want to lose everybody, so they're trying to hold on to as much as they can. And then a month and a half into it, I don't know the exact time period, then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? They started talking to me and Jimmy like, you know what? We're starting to think that maybe we'll continue with you two guys. And in the meantime, me and Anthony never had one fucking conversation about continuing. Not a one. Not one. And he quickly set up shop to do his own thing, and I get, and of course, I support that. Right. Of course I support that. But we didn't have a conversation. He had logos made and everything, and merch, and he was moving on quickly too, without having a conversation with me either about continuing.
Right.
So then it became obvious, like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then it made sense to stay here. And to this day, we still haven't had a conversation about continuing.
Are you sending out air checks to look for another gig?
I kind of was thinking that, yeah, when all this went down. I did look around, so, you know.
You have to keep your options open.
And I got an idea. I mean, possibly, that's what ends up happening in the end. Anthony does his show, I do my show, and then we do a little something in the beginning, in the middle. And maybe even here at Sirius XM, because I know for a fact they're not even that pissed off about what happened with Ant at this point.
Right.
But that's up to Ant to try to figure out.
Time heals all wounds.
But for him to sort of suggest, and he does admit he doesn't know anything, that I didn't do everything to save his job is just complete and utter horseshit. I didn't have the greatest relationship with Ant, but I'm a businessman. I'm smart, and I know that the Opie and Anthony brand was very important, especially then. And that keeping the Opie and Anthony brand together, we could maybe do some other things that makes everybody happy. One of them being maybe split the show. One of us does mornings, one of us does afternoon, and then we come together for a couple hours here and there. I think that would have been a wonderful solution.
Never say never.
Never.
Right. But, yeah, I think it's still a possibility. But that's on him to figure out.
Well, you guys have to sit down and have a cup of coffee. You guys got to talk this out.
Beer Summit.
We didn't talk. Yeah. I couldn't get him I couldn't get him to do any of that stuff over the years. So I mean, it's on him to figure it out. But the message today is I know they're not that pissed off anymore down the hall. But Fez started this because Fez thinks he knows shit. He doesn't know fucking nothing about this. Of course I was devastated. I did radio with a guy for 20 years. Of course it was bothersome. Did he continue?
I believe he did.
I understand. I'm a human. I have feelings. My partnership is breaking up. I'm not popping champagne. There's a bond that people form.
I don't know what happened there. There was a jump cut. Sam.
I don't know. I didn't cut it.
All right. I don't
Somebody
know.
used the N-word.
I don't know what we're missing there.
I understand. I'm a human. I have feelings. My partnership is breaking up. I'm not popping champagne. There's a bond that people form. Opie, I'm going to try to explain this to you. There's a together, and it's not easy.
I think he's pissed off that we never bonded over the years. I've bonded with a lot of people, Fezzy, just not you, okay? And I think what happened with you is you forgot to have fun on the radio.
Yeah,
Me playing a dumb laugh track doesn't mean that I'm not taking it seriously that you're retired.